This is a wonderful example of how changes in social patterns affect design. Years ago, I had finished Reese, and I was asked by Sam Rutensky, who was the head of the Housing and Redevelopment Agency in New York. And he came to me and he said, Paul, he said, there's a site in the West Side Urban Renewal, and if we don't do something with it, it's going to be made into a housing site, and I think it would be a shame. It's right next to the school. And he said, can you come up with a design? And we did. We came up with a design which pretty much employed many of the tenets that certainly the values, our values, which was that a playground really was a challenging facility for children. It also had a sufficient variety to give the child choice, and choice being a major factor in the idea of play. What made it unique was that we wanted it to have an outdoor bathroom. Not an outdoor, but a bathroom that was a facility that you could access from the outdoors. And we depressed and created an amphitheater in this area here. That went down maybe 6 feet, and we built a pyramid over it, a play pyramid slides, and in the pyramid was the bathroom that you entered through. The playground was heavily used. It was very, very well used. But then the neighborhood changed, or the Parks Department changed. It's hard to say, which came first. But it was abandoned, basically, and only used by the school. It started to deteriorate, and no one, took care, meaning the Parks Department nor the school. School didn't have any funds, nor the Parks Department abandoned it, basically. And in doing so, they, by rejecting it, the playground began to develop a very bad reputation of just being a place for druggies, and so the Parks Department said, look, at the request of the community, we will come back. I met again with the Parks Commission and said, if we can create a playground that meets the challenges and the values of the earlier playground, would you build it instead of your traditional playground? And we created a space that you see here, which is basically a terraced area, which the children come every morning and they line up outside, and then they go into the school. We used the same cobblestones that existed from the earlier playground. We have a water feature on the sides. It works. The playground works. It doesn't have enough interest. A lot of its fabric, its rich fabric, is gone. And the only thing that came out of it was the actual playground itself. And we went first to a major playground company and came up with an idea of doing a treehouse, and that the whole playground would be a series of bridges so that you could have play at 2 different levels, ground level and also in the air. I went to the candy store and bought 3 or 4 boxes of chalk, came to the playground with my kids, and there was a bunch of kids here, and they all said, can we have some, can we have some? And they were spread eagle on the ground, and they were drawing silhouettes of themselves. To me, you could say all of the construction that I did didn't have anywhere as much meaning as these kids drawing themselves on the asphalt, playing with the cardboard box. It was just it showed you that we're missing the point, that we don't understand the nature of this activity, what kids want to do. And if they can't manipulate their environment, then you really are denying them, a major opportunity for development, for excitement, for interest.